Okay, YouTube, so I'm in a car park somewhere in the centre of Birmingham. Stuff behind me, look at this. Some sort of BT tower and that. This tower here. Anyway, I'm down here back at DNA. Well, I was at DNA this morning. That is Jasper from Indian Brewery. So yeah, I was at DNA this morning, just sort of talking out some little things we've got planned for the new year and everything. Anyway, so I'm here in Birmingham to film some reels for the Indian Brewery, probably a couple of months back, just do some reels and everything for them.
No, I'm drifting, catch you slipping, won't be back again. No, I'm drifting, catch you slipping, won't be back again. Roll the riches, lot of fishes, so we throwing this. Hiking, shipping, magic, yeah, we back again.
Basically what I'm doing up here is I'm now going up to Crewe, up to Wigan, somewhere there, north, even more. Because basically Anthony, shout out to Anthony, don't know what he's even done. I'm meant to be getting a brief later on, but anyway, I've got a hotel in Crewe. I'm about to go head there now to shoot all day tomorrow. I thought I'd take you along with me, and yeah, I'm gonna get in the car and go. So see you at the hotel in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm not gonna show you just yet. Anyway, I just got to the hotel, but the receptionist was like, are you sure it's just you? And I'm thinking, yeah, it's just me. Anyway, we got the name sorted and everything like that, and she was like, oh, okay, like you've got you're booked like under 2 names. Now I'm quite low maintenance, right? So I told Anthony, look, get a cheap hotel. That's all I need. I just need somewhere to sleep. I just need a bed basically. And I've come in. I don't think I've ever experienced a hotel like this, and I'm about to show you a little tour. So it is just me. So we come in. There's the door. Light switches. Not gonna have a problem with the electricity or anything in this hotel. Anyway, if you don't understand that, then go back to the other video where I was at True Valley and that. Anyway, we've got a toilet. Look at this. Very nice, very nice. I won't show you in there because I've just had a meeting with that place. Anyway, come in here. These are getting munched up. They're getting munched, so I don't need to go anywhere for dinner. That's sorted. Nice double bed in that. We've got a nice view out here. Obviously, I'll probably show you in the morning. Nice TV for whatever. Another mirror to look at myself. Stay hydrated with all of this. This is... Oh. And then look at this. You come in here. Look at this. This door weighs a ton. And we've got 2 more beds. And we've got all of this. So, you know I'm going to take me back some strawberry shower gel. Nice. That is the room tour. Very nice. Shout out to Anthony for this one. And yeah, I don't know what the plan is tomorrow anyway. I don't know how much filming I'm going to get done. So I'm just going to take you along with me. And yeah, this is... what time is it? It is... So this morning I went to DNA, then I went to Indian Brewery. So now I'm just going to do some editing. It's 5:30, so yeah, eat my biscuits, enjoy myself, and see you in the morning. Okay, so it's the morning now. Biscuits are gone, and yeah, it's about 7 o'clock, 10 to 7. So I'm gonna go meet Anthony at a petrol station down the road. Yeah, and we'll see what today's about, and I'll take you along with me hopefully, and yeah, we'll go from there. Basically, big up Anthony. We're down here at the track day. He's letting me take the Fiesta out for a couple of wraps. So yeah, we got Jake on the camera. We're gonna jump in the Fiesta. We're gonna take it out and hopefully not spin up. It's quite wet. So let's get in the car and let's do some laps. See if you can hold the camera steady. It's better, but... So yeah, I'm going to brake check you a couple of times. Definitely coilovers need to come up a bit more. And I also need some tyres because the rear ones, full road legal tyres, but I'm running slicks. Straight here, to about 80. Also, I don't want to hear in the comments about my racing line, yeah? I don't want to hear it. This is the corner. We've got to be careful on this one. Let's get some new tyres on. Ooh, hear that arch? Dangerous. Get a bit drifty. This is another one as well that gets me. Feel that wheel spin. Hold out. Full send, full send. Oh. Oh. Ooh, that's noisy. Here's some change in the back. Nice. Take it easy on this one. Oh. Poor Fiesta, man. Get that apex. The tyres are dreadful. Hit this one and then nice. And yeah, a few laps. So I don't know what we're going to do now. I'm going to drive back down south. It's about a 3-hour drive, and that's it. And you'll probably see me tomorrow doing some more work. Okay, so we're out here at Auto Talk. We've got Liam in the back. Anyway, we've got Katie's car in, right, because about 5 months ago her brake light came on, saying that she needs to do her brakes. I said, leave it for now, because that's Minnie trying to get you. So we've lasted 5 months on the brakes. We haven't even got any grinding yet, so. But it's about time we change them because we've got a few other things that we need to sort out on the car. And yeah, I'm going to show you how to do them. As I like to tell people, I am level 2 light vehicle maintenance qualified. When it comes to these things, I kind of know what I'm doing. Anyway, car's on the ramp. It's in neutral, making sure it can roll and everything. What I would say is, I haven't even done it yet, is leave the keys in the car, because what you want to do, is you want to be able to turn the wheel, because it just makes things easier. And also, if you are a mechanic or if you're in the car scene or anything like that, you know how satisfying this is. You know the owner's certified when they do this. And if you don't know what that is, it's the locking wheel nut. And if you don't know what that is, it's to stop people stealing the whip. So you've got that done. Put that on there. Done. That's step 1. Cox. That's it. Oh, look who's turned up. Look who's turned up for the vlog.
Bloody hell, I think it's the first time in
you know what I mean?
that I've seen you.
What's happening with the chariot?
What's going on? It is, what is it, like 9 o'clock? I'm shattered, man.
9 o'clock, yeah, early start for old Reagan here.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, we've got the locking wheel nut on. We're about to get the ramp up, we're about to jack the car up and all that stuff.
You're a professional.
Yeah.
You're the best in the business. Show us.
It is what it is.
We came here to work to watch you.
Just remember, do you know how to use this ramp?
Do you know what buttons to press, Reagan?
Yeah, I know, yeah. That's fine, it goes up and down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Show us.
You've got to take the other 4 wheel nuts off as well, not just that one, yeah?
Did you show the viewers how dirty your
Well, if
wheels
you didn't
are?
know, innit, right, before all of this, I was a mechanic, innit, and I was a certified mechanic.
Yeah, alright.
Then, obviously, you know,
Vlog life happened.
vlog life happened. Anyway, I'll show you in it, and then once you watch this video, you'll be able to do them at home on your drive, rather than these lot. Anyway, we're gonna go back to the basics. If you didn't know, these were a bit damaged. I'll be honest, they're bad. It's the only ones we could get. Anyway, these pads, brake pads. These are the discs. That's the difference. This is the ramp. You won't have this at home, but if you do, you're probably already a certified mechanic. Let's put it out. The car's up, the wheels are up, they're jacked up now. You'll have a jack at home, hopefully. If you don't, then either go buy one or just go throw it to the garage, because it's easier that way. So currently, I've only got a ratchet set, but I am in a garage, so I'm hoping Ray will lend me some tools. So at the end of this, you'll know what tools you need. Yeah, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get the wheels off. I'm going to have a gun to get them off because it's more efficient, it's quicker, it's easier. You know what I mean? But you might not have a gun because obviously you're doing this for the first time. So what we do, right, is we get the gun, we gun it off, right, to make this quick. Okay, you're probably just going to buy a breaker bar. You're just going to buy a long bar, get a socket on it. Top tip, your wheel nuts are only going to ever be 17mm, 19mm or 21mm, right? So just try and judge it by then, but you're going to have a set of sockets, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm going to get the gun. These look like 17s. I'm going to gun them off, and we're going to move on. Right, so I've got the gun and a 17, so we're just going to gun them off. Let's go to the other side and do the same. Right, anyway, that's it. Wheels are off now. We're going to move on to the disc and pads removal. Right, so just to familiarise yourself with it, I'm going to show you around. I forgot the number one tip, right? I got a bit distracted, I'll be honest. Let's see. I got a bit distracted, but all you want to do is you want to pop the bonnet and you want to take off the cap to the brake fluid. Reason that is because when you push the pistons back, the pressure builds within the whatever you want to call it, the brake fluid bottle, whatever it's called, I don't really know. So yeah, what you don't want it to do is build up pressure and brake. So we're just going to pop that off now. Two pulls. The case is a bit funny actually, so let's check it out. No, Cox, I need your help, fam. Basically, Katie bought a categorised car, right? It's Cat S. Right, so structural damage, right? And what we found out from previous pull repairs and that, right, which you call them, is it's a front end. So we think there's something wrong with the clip. I just need you to pull the bonnet clip while I try and get this up, please. Yes! Because I've only ever done it on Ford, because my cars have all been Ford. So, yeah, once I find the brake fluid, I'll show you and we'll take the cap off. Do you reckon, yeah?
On that side, yeah. Open these two.
Most likely be in that one, won't it?
Yeah, probably. So open that up.
Why is there such a ball ache? Yeah, as I would say, as I'd recommend, is not to do this on anything newer than 2015 because it just becomes a bit long. But yeah, I mean you can do if you feel confident. Anyway, after that palaver, we've got brake fluid cap off. So just gonna undo that. You'll see it because it's got this logo and it's always yellow and it's normally within this region of the engine bay. Oh,
hey,
oh
shit! Do you need parts?
Back. I'll just check that out.
You cancel
No, I don't
the
need
video.
parts. I've got parts, Paul.
Good.
I need,
You got the correct part.
well,
check.
this is questionable.
All checked.
Basically, it was a deal from somebody,
Yeah.
and we're not 100% if they are for the right car.
Excellent.
But we do assume that they are.
We just put them on a different car if they're not.
Well, yeah, or we'll just put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hammers.
Right, yeah.
Biggest hammer you can find. Put it
Biggest hammer. Anyway, you heard that from Paul. He is he's the workshop manager at Auto Talk. So anyway, we'll put the ramp up and we'll actually get on with the brakes. It's not even that, it's just bib for some reason. Right, so basically a tip for these, let me see. Right. A tip for these caliper bolts, right? These ones here. They're normally odd sizes, so they're normally only over a 13 or 15. That's what I found. But yours might be different, who knows? So we're going to undo these fully. Anyway, you have to put a spanner on the other side because sometimes it doesn't undo and it just starts spinning. So that or a set of mole grips. Anyway, the first one's on. This basically you need slider bolts, right? So they slide in and out. But sometimes if they get a bit too old and that, they can seize and they don't slide as well. So this one is seized, so it's a bit of an issue. We need some mole grips. This is a bit of a bodge way of doing it, I'll be honest, but not bodge, just it's not as easy. the 2 bolts, keep them separate. The 2 bolts for the caliper are out, so you should take it off now. This is what it will look like. Oh, I'll be honest, I advised Katie because I went into it absolutely grinding, and yeah, you just shouldn't do that. Anyway, I did advise Katie to wait on them. I did look at them and I said they're okay, but they are very worn. So that's probably why they're seized. Oh no, hold on. Oh no, it's fine. What I was on about was these. You see these up here? What they do is they slide, so they let the caliper slide, right? But basically, sometimes they can get dust in them, which is why these are here, which are like rubber covers. Anyway, if they do, you can just take them out, sand them, do all of that stuff. So, but that's for another video. Anyway, this is what it looks like when the caliper's off. That's the caliper, right? And then this is your piston here. So this whole body here, where my thumb is, that fills up with brake fluid, pushes your piston out, and then you're able to brake. You shouldn't leave them hanging, but this should be okay. So we're going to take the pads out, and I'll show you what the pads look like. But this is where the pads are held. This is called the carrier, right? So that's the brake carrier. Anyway, let's get them out. Actually, as Katie did learn with her last car, which was a Fiesta, she did go metal to metal, and they were extremely worn. But you got them sorted. Normally you got a couple of days to sort them when they are grinding, but it's not really safe. So it depends if you want to be safe on the road or not. Anyway, these are the pads. As you can see, very worn out. These are the pads. This goes on your disc. Focus, man. Focus. Where's my face? See how worn it is? Anyway, it should be about, you should get them changed. This is probably a couple mil. Anyway, I don't know when you should get them changed really. I just change them whenever they look low. So if you ever do a Mini, I don't know what they normally are, 15s or something. The carrier bolts are an 18 mil, and they're normally very hard to get off because they're just on very tight. So normally a ratchet won't do, but if that's all you've got, you make it work. Get a hammer or something, hammer it out, and we'll see. Right, so if you can't, normally this works. If you just get a spanner and a hammer, just crack them off like that, that normally works. Normally, we'll see. So they're normally quite hard, so look. Make sure you are going the right way though. So if you're looking at the bolt, lefty loosey, righty tighty and all of that, sometimes you can go the wrong way. Just try not. This is why I stopped being a mechanic, right? Because this is 100% the cars. I don't care if it's brand new. They're just, nothing just works the way you want it to. It's just not easy to work on. So it's easier clicking a button and doing some editing. So that's not why I do it, because obviously I enjoy it, but that's why I would rather do it as like a career sort of thing.
You got it, mate?
Yes, skis.
Fuck, come on.
Pads are a bit low, man, I'll be honest. Right, that's off. Carrier bolts. As you can obviously see the difference between the carrier bolt and the little caliper bolt. So that's off. And this is the carrier. This is what carries your pads. And basically, here, on both sides, you need to sand, well, not sand them down, but you just need to wire brush them back and make sure they're clean, so that when the pads slide on them, they'll slide more freely. But keep grinding off. Anyway, let's get these cleaned up. We've got a wire brush as well, so these are the tools you need. Oh. You want to spend a bit more time on these because yeah, you just want your brakes to work freely. Right? Right, let's go clean these up. You can buy this from your Halfords, local Halfords, Eurocar parts, whatever. Brake and clutch cleaner. That's quite good because it evaporates and it's quite easy to clean. Right, this is probably the most important part of doing your brakes, is this little bolt or whatever here. Sometimes you don't have them, and sometimes the brake disc will just sit freely, but other times you have them and they are quite weak. So yeah, definitely need to be careful. Need to be not experienced, but you need to be careful when you're taking these off because they round quite easily. This is it here. This is the bolt that holds the disc on. That looks like an Allen key bit, so we'll get that. Elliot's going to show me the tickers. I hate doing them. I'd just rather not do them. He's got them, he's got them. You just got to crack them and then it's okay, but it's cracking them I hate doing. So obviously, I'm a master tech, right? But what you got to do is you got to make things easier for yourself. So if there's somebody that knows how to do them, just get them to just give you a bit of a... When you know what you're doing, you just don't want to do it, get somebody to do it. Anyway, break this off. That's to break this off. Done. So what we're going to do is you're going to clean the hub up now. Put the discs on, but you've got to make sure they're okay. You've got to make sure they're good first. So you've got to line them up like this together. You've got to put them on the floor like this together. And you've got to check everything. Sometimes obviously all check be 100% the hub, check, because they're warm, you know, so making sure this all fits and everything. This, side by side, they look about the same. So we're going to put these on the car now. Let's clean them up, brake cleaner, because what they do is to preserve the brakes. They put like oil on them to like preserve the rust and everything like that in the box. So you're going to clean them off with the brake and clutch cleaner. Also, it's not a must, but like just get it anyway. Just get it in case. It's cheap. It's like 15 quid. This has been cut off, but it's called copper grease, right? So we put it on the pads, we put it on the hub, we put it on, you know, a few things that need to slide and that they need to be a bit more freer. So when you're getting them off, they're not seized or anything, and they don't get dust and dirt. So we're just gonna put a light bit when we've cleaned the hub. We're just gonna put a light bit on the hub. That's the way I have been told. If it's wrong, comment and I'll stop doing it. But I've done it, so. I'm gonna put the disc on, like that. And I'm gonna put the bolt back in. I don't mind tightening this up, but you've got to make sure it's tight. That's tight. Right, so now the disc is on. You're just gonna do everything in reverse. So we're gonna grease up the carriers. Put the carriers on, put the pads on, put the caliper on, put the wheel on, bang, done. And I'll show you what parts of the pad to grease up as well. But these are where you've cleaned up, just here. It's not focusing, but yeah, you get the point. Just here is where you need to grease up. When you tighten these up, don't tighten them with the hammer, yeah? I feel like, you know, in this day and age, you've got to make that clear, right? It should be clear. Just do it up with the ratchet, but tight. For all these bolts, right, there is meant to be like a newton meters you talk to. So like newton meters is the, I don't know, the 14 inch. Yeah. There's newton meters and everything you should talk up to and tighten them to a specific spec, but like... You got to do it tight. For some people that will be as tight as you can do it, but if you are a bit more gifted like me, right? Don't go full force on it, yeah? You nip it up right and then you just do it a bit tighter. It's going to be down to you at the end of the day. You should really talk them, so I'm giving you that sort of tip now. If you don't, it's down to you. New pads, check them, let's get them out. So what you should do is when taking your pads off, you should note what's come off the front and what's come off the back. Luckily, I know that this pad here, with the two notches on it, has got this circle pattern. So that's the piston side, so that's the inside side. One's got the little notches on the middle here, and the other one's got them on the outside. I know the outside the pad with the notches on the outside go on the inside of the caliper. So we're just going to size them up now, like the other ones. You're just going to make sure they're obviously not going to be correct because that's a normal pad, that's a new pad, and this is a warm pad. So they're not obviously not the same size with the pad, but you need to make sure the backing plate's the same. So normally they don't have the springs on here, but the springs are to help it sit in place, or at least I think so. So I'm just going to grease up the notches on the side. And just help it. Try not to get any grease on the pad, yeah? Because that's obviously what you brake with and you don't want grease on there for obvious reasons. And then, bang, slides in just like that. Check it, yeah, check, done. This is what the finished product should look like. Fine. One side's done, mate.
Good. Yeah, no worries.
No issues.
No issues.
That's how it should look, okay? Not how it should look, but that's how it's going to look when you're done. Okay? I don't like to... Bremskis. I haven't pushed... Right, okay. But the first thing you should do is push the piston back. There's loads of ways to do this. I'm just going to get some big grips because it's just quicker. And you're just going to squeeze, done.
Making up as goes along, you've got a clue.
Get off, don't get the clout, fam. So these aren't big enough. Like water pump grips, I think. What are these called?
A pipe grip.
Like pipe grips, innit? I think I've heard them be called like water pump grips, but it's whatever.
same
But basically, same thing. But basically, you need to extendo mondo, and then you're gonna grip it and you're gonna push the piston back. Get the cam.
Get the cam in there.
Get the cam in there. So we're gonna do is get the forearms in there, geez.
Forearms, look at that
What
forearm.
we're going to do is we're just going to push the piston back. It's quite hard. If you need me to do it, let me know. Let's...
0121 21.
This is...
You're... You get back in the gym, boy.
Fuck, it's because I'm in the gym struggling. Right, sick, right, it's all the way back.
Boom.
These are actually quite clean, so what you want to do is when you have people's tools in it and they're quite clean, even if they're not, just try and put them on over here on your toolbox. But you should have tools by now. You should have tools by now. If you're doing this, you should have tools. If you don't, then like...
What are you doing?
Yeah, you should just click off the video. Anyway. You what? Right, there's a guy called Matt here. Right, so... They're nipped up. You're just going to go about a quarter of the way again. Quarter to a half. Tight. And that is one side done. So I'm going to do the other side now, very quickly, and then we're going to move on to the rears. Basically, I want to show you why you shouldn't wait on the pads. It is what it is, isn't it? I'm going to show you. Basically, we've had a brake warning light, again, because of newer cars. We don't have them on cars like mine, like 13 plate. But you've got what's called like a brake pad sensor, so it'll tell you when you need your brake pads doing. That was obviously 5 months ago. And now, this here is the sensor. We've worn through it. So it's just not going to read properly, so we're going to have to get a new one of those. I don't know if we're going to have to put the brake pads on and do them another, like do the sensor another day, or try and get a sensor today. Let's find out, but ball ache, don't work on cars. Right, so as you would have just seen, Ray was on the cam. We tried pranking Paul in it because it's Paul's birthday, which we may have got him. He didn't think I did crash. Basically, I was meant to crash the Curtis car as a joke. And they sent Elliot out to come find me, and I should have waited out there, and then he would have like made it a bit more serious. But anyway, the brakes are done. Look at me. Ended up wearing that out as well. So I had to get a rear one as well, which was a ball ache. The rears are a ball ache anyway. But this is the most important part of the process. If you are doing what I'm doing, you've got to clean the tools, innit? You've got to clean people's tools. These aren't my tools. These are Ray's tools, so we've got to clean them up. Put it back in the box when you're done with it, and that's a wrap.
A wrap.
And then, wheels go on, and I'm not doing this again. So if you'd like a run through, just spend the extra, whatever the hourly rate is, just spend the extra and go get them done. Because time is money, and It's now 12 o'clock and I did start filming at 9, so it was 3 hours to do the brakes all around. And it would have taken about half an hour for me, but I was filming, so. Alright, so that's it now. I'm signing out. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, hopefully you know how to fit some brakes, as that would be a good outcome. And yeah, if you do, let me know. If you need some help, don't let me know. Just run to the garage. I can give you a contact for that. And yeah, that's it. If you've made it this far, thank you again. So we're going to do a car check on my car, maybe for the next video. We'll see how it goes. But that's it. And yeah, do the like, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.